What's up, everyone? It's Saturday night. We're doing another draft, another Yahoo fantasy football draft. Again, it's a $20 entry. First prize is $100. Second prize is something, and third prize I think is your $20 back. I don't know, maybe second prize is like 40 or 60. I don't know. I have the ninth pick in this one. Last week, if you remember correctly, I had the first pick. In this one, I have the ninth pick, so I'm all the way on the other side of the draft board this time. I don't really have a strategy right now other than I really like hero running back, which is what you saw me do last week. I'll also do a no running back if it works out that way. I don't necessarily want to do a 2 running back or a 3 running back early, but if it falls that way, I'm not against it. So we'll go ahead and give it a shot. Andy Behrens was up talking about the first pick last week because I had the first pick. He's talking about the ninth pick now, which is kind of cool that they actually have a video there where they just play whatever pick you are. I like that. So right now we got 8 people in the draft. We're waiting on 2. I mean, throughout the last half hour, all these people have been in and out. So I'm assuming they'll be in. I don't like doing drafts against auto or robots or whatever. I don't think it's not very fun that way. But we'll see. See what happens here. Again, I'm the 9th pick. I'll do another draft next week, another Yahoo draft next week. And then the week after that, Saturday night, I believe I have an NFFC Silver Bullet draft online. It's a little bit different than these. These are $20 10-team drafts. It's a $1,200 12-team draft league. Usually I go to Vegas in a couple of weeks every year over Labor Day, and I do 2 or 3 high stakes leagues. I don't really win very often, but it's fun to do, so I love doing it. This year I'm not going. It's the first time since 2016 I'm not going. I'll probably go back next year. I'm just taking a year off. But this year I want to do at least one of their high stakes drafts, so I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to I'll have another draft, $150 league in a couple weeks. I might live stream, or I might record that one. And I may do an auction through them, $150 or $250 auction through them. I may record that one. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know some of the guys in NFFC don't like their names to be out there to let other people see who they're drafting, which makes sense to me because you don't want to give away your draft strategy. So we'll see. I haven't figured that out yet, but this draft's getting ready to start right now. Again, I'm in the 9 hole. Everybody here, so we're still waiting on the 10th team. I saw them in here a little while ago, so I'm not sure. Oh, they're back. Okay, so we have a full league, which is great. Again, not much of a strategy here other than don't load up on running backs, but if running backs fall to me and they're the best player available, I'm not opposed to it. It's how I used to draft, where I used to always put a big thing on running backs, and it worked for a long time. And then the last few years before last year, it kind of stopped working. And then last year I switched my strategy to be hero or 0 running back in all of my leagues. And I won money in all of my leagues, except for my Vegas ones, because I don't usually win in those. So we'll see what happens. First pick. What was the first pick? Oh, not surprised it was Christian McCaffrey. I'm afraid of Christian McCaffrey this year. Oh, yeah, I had the first pick last year. You guys saw me not draft him. So, Breece Hall goes second. That's a bit of a surprise. Breece Hall goes second. Huh. I don't know what to think of that. Bijan goes third. It's a running back heavy draft to start. It's going to be a bunch of receivers now in a row. I guarantee that. What do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 picks to me. One guy I don't get very often is Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's really, really good. This is a half PPR. So catches matter. Not necessarily as much, but they do matter. Let's see. Here we come. I really like Jamar Chase this year, except I hate the fact that he's holding out. It's driving me crazy. One guy I don't have a lot of that I'd like to take a piece of is Marvin Harrison. I'd like to take some kind of a Kyler Murray stack today, either Harrison or Trey McBride at tight end. What do we got? We got Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase going after those 3 running backs. All right, what do we got here? We got Amon-Ra goes. So I'm not going to take Justin Jefferson. I'm afraid of him too. It's my turn. I don't have much of Garrett Wilson this year. I don't want to have to depend on Sam Darnold. I'm going to go with A.J. Brown. He let me down last year at the end of the draft, at the end of the season. Hurt me in a couple of my Vegas leagues where I had him. He was really good for a while, and then he was pretty bad after that. If this guy takes Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm going to take Garrett Wilson. If he takes Garrett Wilson, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, good. He took Marvin Harrison. Yeah, that's a good pick. I'm going to take Garrett Wilson. I don't have any kind of Garrett Wilson this year, and I don't necessarily like the Jets offense. I'm a little bit worried about Aaron Rodgers and his health and his ability to actually be good. But Garrett Wilson he's almost quarterback proof. I mean, he had a ton of stats last year with a bunch of bad quarterbacks, so I guess maybe. But we're gonna go Brown Wilson to start. I do have the A team on in front of me, as I always do when I'm making these videos. And just before the draft started, I was on Twitch and I was watching Alf because it's on Twitch. So, anything from the 80s that I can get, I'm all in for. I also have my my week 1 schedule pulled up here when it comes time to looking at defenses. I don't really care about drafting a defense for the whole year. I just look at week 1 and then I kind of stream them. And then I have my RotoWire depth charts up here by position up to the minute where we are right now. I'm going to use it. I'm definitely going to use it for kicker, but running back and wide receiver are pretty important. So have those up and ready to go. And we are on pick 15. I don't pick again until 29. I hate sitting here in silence as I look at the list because silence is scary. I do watch some guys on YouTube who live stream it, and I'm guessing that's so they can talk to the people and the people can comment, and you don't have that dead air. But I don't know how to live stream yet. One of these days I'll do it. I just have no idea how to do it. I tried to do it a couple of years ago. Like back in 2020, I was going to do it. I was going to do like a writing thing where I live streamed I can't remember the term for it now, where you write, everybody writes together and then, for like 15 minutes or 10 minutes, and then you done at 15 minutes and you talk about what you did, and then you do a bunch of sprints. I was going to do that. And I tried to figure out how to do the live stream and I couldn't get it to work. I never tried again. I just gave up. All right. AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, bunch of guys in green. Looking at what this does is down here, pick 3, pick 4, it gives you an idea of where in the average draft position, the ADP, approximately where you're going to be. Now, some of these guys could fall, but it does give you a pretty good idea who's going to be available. And looking at this, I'm a big Deebo Samuel fan this year. I'm not sure who else. I don't really like the third round, the second and third round, or the third and fourth round this year in fantasy football. I think it's just a bunch of guys. There's nothing that really stands out. Who are my quarterbacks? So I've set up a Jalen Hurts to AJ Brown's stack if I want to take a look at Jalen Hurts, which I may. Where are we at? Some of the running backs are coming off the board. Do we have don't we have here we go. We have a draft board. There we go. This is better. So 2 guys started out 2 running backs. 3 of us started out 2 receivers. And everybody else has 1 running back and 1 receiver. Generally, in most drafts that I'm seeing, this side of the board is usually going to be a lot of receivers. You might see some of these running backs sneak in, but and then you'll see a running back receiver down here because of these talented guys right here. All right, we are okay. There's your last. Oh, this guy went running back also. That's scary, man. That's injury possibility, and he's so good, but he's so little that he frightens me. I probably won't take him anywhere this year, and he frightens me. Okay. Drake London, Devontae Adams. I kind of want some Drake London this year. Just because I like that offense. I think I talked about it last week, but I really like when you do a draft like this. It's only $20, but it is real money, which gets everybody to show up. If you try to just go to Yahoo and do a free league, half the team doesn't even show up. It's not a fun draft. But here, this is the second week in a row I've done this now where everybody's shown up for the draft, which is great. All right, let's see if they go 3 receivers. And I may, and he may, I'm not sure yet. He went tight end. Okay, so he's going no running back. Definitely going no running back. I like James Cook a lot. I don't know if he'll get to me. Where's he at in the players? Oh, he's not even. Wow, he's way down here. ADP 42. So that would be here. No, that's 32. See, I can't wait on James Cook, but I really like James Cook. So I might go hero running back, take another receiver, and then reach a little bit on James Cook. Which when you're on either side of the draft, if you're down here or down here, there are times you have to reach for guys because it's like 18 picks before it gets back to you, and I'm okay with that in this draft. So where are we at? Kelsey goes as the first non-running back wide receiver. And I think that guy either just timed out or he quit. Lamar Jackson went. What's this guy going to do? Now, one thing I don't like is taking like 2 running backs and a receiver. I guess I'm about to take 2 running. Well, no, I'm going to go 3 receivers. Oh, I'm on the clock. So what do we got here? I haven't even been looking. I've been babbling. So Ayuk, Debo, Nico. I really like Nico. Even with Stephon Diggs there, I really like Nico. Debo's a lot of fun. Let's go with... No, I don't like that week 14. 9. All right, let's go with Debo. We'll go with Debo here. So we're going to draft. So now we started off with 3 receivers, which is good. And if I can get James Cook, is he the best running back available? Where's my running backs? He is Mixon. I don't like Mixon. I'm going to take James Cook. I'm going to reach really far, and I'm going to take James Cook. And I'm going to start off with a little hero running back here. And it looks like some of these guys are. I mean, this guy's only got 1. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 1. This guy's got 1. So it looks like people are doing that. But then you've got like this guy here. This is scary. This is what I used to do. But running backs they're not dependent. Dependent? Yeah. You can't depend on them. There you go. You can't depend on them because they get injured at a higher rate than wide receivers. And if you look at I've seen some of the guys on the YouTube videos do the percentages talking about, receivers are more likely to, receivers picked early are more likely to break out or do well compared to running backs taken early. And then they have what's called this running back dead zone, which is like round 4 through round 7. Now I took one in round 4, but I really like him. So I'm okay with it. And he's the only one I'm going to take. Like this team, I'm really curious how this team does as the season goes on. I'm also curious about this team. I love both of these running backs. This team scares me. So this will be an interesting one to watch. I mean, this guy here, he could have set up the Patrick Mahomes to Travis Kelce stack, but he went Josh Allen instead. Surprising. I will say if Jalen Hurts, by some miracle, if Jalen Hurts gets back to me, I will be taking Jalen Hurts. And if Malik Neighbors gets to me, I'm going to take him and stick him on my bench. Some of these guys that I really like. I still like Nico, and I like DK. I do want to have a 4th receiver before I worry about my 2nd running back. All right, where are we at? See, Joe Mixon. I mean, Joe Mixon is, he's really good, but he's been in the league a long time, and he's in an offense where there's a lot of stars. I would just be worried taking him and depending on him to get me, 10, 15 points a game. By the way, it's raining outside really hard. We also have a severe thunderstorm warning, apparently. So hopefully my power stays on and my internet stays on. Although I do have I really like this start. So I don't want auto draft to start autoing yet, but I do really like this start. All right, let's look at some of the builds here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 10 teams have at least 2 running backs. One of them has 3. So team 3 or team 2 could be going with a hero running back. Team 5's going no running back. Got to respect that. So this team here is doing a lot of what I did, except in reverse. And that's it. That's it. None of the other teams. I guess team 10 could be going hero running back also. It depends on what they take next. I'm going to try to shut up for like 30 seconds. Nah, it's impossible. I can't do it. I'm going to keep talking. I hate that air. It scares me. All right. We're 4 rounds in. So I always like to look at this. Even though it means nothing, I like to look at this. So it's got me at 8th place. Again, just like I told you guys last week, when the grading comes out for this thing, I'm going to be low. I'm going to be super low because my second running back is not going to be good. Oh, there goes Jalen Hurts. But what I will do is I will draft 3 or 4 running backs, and if any of them do well, then they're going to make my team of, these 3 guys plus this guy that much better. So that's where that hero running back strategy comes in. Basically, you win every other position. You win running quarterback, you win wide receiver, you win tight end, and then if any of your running backs do well, you're going to do really well at running back also. Wow, Mahomes, Hurts, and Mahomes, 5th round quarterbacks. Wow, that's late. Usually they're going in. Well, I guess in a 12-team league they're going in the 4th round, but which is pretty close to what we have here. So, Pittman, Tank Dell. The more I hear about Tank Dell, the more I like him, even though he's the number. I mean, he's, you could say he's the number 3 for Houston. He's really not. He's probably the number 2. I think Stephon Diggs is probably the 3, or maybe it's like a Nico Collins and then 2A, 2B type thing. I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from that offense, even though it's gonna be high scoring. It's hard to tell who's gonna be the good player. Oh, there goes Malik. I would have really liked Malik Neighbors there. My Q look like. Just trade McBride. So I might go tight end and then wide receiver here. What tight ends are gone? Just Kelsey and Laporta. Who's available? So McBride is the next one. So I kind of am rooting for McBride to get to me here, because that'll set up a Kyler stack, which is something I do want. Although I'd probably have to take Kyler with my next pick. Ugh, that's scary. And my only other stacks that I have right now are Aaron Rodgers to Garrett Wilson and Brock Purdy to Debo, and I don't want either of those quarterbacks as my starter. I'm going to end up with Jaden Daniels again. There's Diggs. So it's so funny. Nico Collins goes here, Tank Dell goes here, and Diggs goes here. There's no way that all 3 of them are going to be good. It's just not enough footballs to go around. So I would get nervous. Okay, I'm on the clock. I'm going to, so he already has a tight end, so I don't have to take Laporta now. McBride now. So let's see what we got here. Wait, I don't like any of these players. You know what I might do? I might just take the stack now. So let's go Kyler. I'm sorry. Ooh, I almost did it. Let's go Kyler now. Again, a bit of a reach, but not much. And this guy is going to go Stroud. See, he probably would have taken Stroud anyway because he was higher ranked. But I'm glad it took Kyler just on the chance that he would have taken Kyler from me. So now what I'll do is I'll take McBride. And boom. And now I've got a nice little stack set up of Murray to McBride. I got to be honest with you. I love this team. I really, really love this team. I think this is a great start. I mean, A.J. Brown is great. Garrett Wilson could be really good this year if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy. Debo is always good. McBride was really, really good last year. When Kyler came back. Kyler was really good up until last year when he got hurt. And when he came back, he was good again. So I really, really like this team. Let's see what the standings say. Oh, they like me. That's because I have a quarterback and some of these teams don't. But they like me. Yay. All right. That'll change, I'm sure. So what are we looking at for teams here? 2 running backs, 4 running backs. That seems ridiculous. 2, no running back. Love it. 2, 1 running back. Love it. So it's going to be interesting to watch. Like this guy here. Is his first running back coming now? I'm definitely going to go running back receiver with my next 2 picks. Let's get that bench receiver so that on bye weeks or any injuries, I'm still great at receiver. The A team is in a fight right now. I know they're actually losing, which is weird. And the bad guys are going to get away. But it's early in the episode. I mean, you got to have that early in the episode. You got to create that conflict. All right, what else we got? Let's look at the players that are still here. This is the running back. Even though I've already taken Arizona's quarterback and tight end. This is the running back I want, but I'm gonna stay away from that for now. I might even wait. I'm afraid of their quarterbacks. I don't like him. Montgomery with Gibbs, I don't know. I like Higgins as a bench guy. I really like McLaurin. In fact, I might go McLaurin there. I mean, if he gets back to me, we're a long way from me here. I really like Christian Kirk as the number one. Yeah, see, now we're getting to the part of the draft where I'm like, this isn't great. I probably could have waited on quarterback and taken Jordan Love in like 3 rounds. That right there. That's a good lesson for next week. I forget who I took. Who did I take? Let me see here. Who did I take last week as my quarterback? I want to try to have different quarterbacks each time. Where are we at here? Draft results. All right, we're still in that round. So last week I took I took Lamar Jackson with no stack. So next week what I might do is I might try to wait a little bit on quarterback and try to get Joe Burrow. And maybe if I can get Jamar Chase earlier, take T. Higgins a little bit later. I think that's something I may try to do. Where are we at here? All right, we're getting to the end of the 6th round. I believe it's a 15-round draft. There goes Higgins. It is pouring rain outside right now. Oh, yeah. I'm surprised my dog isn't back here laying beside me. He's such a nervous Nelly. Oh, wait. He must have heard me talking about him because he just peeked in. I still have those of you who watch me because I played the APBA football, I still have my cards set up for the current game I'm playing. If I swap this, you can see here's my cards for the game that I'm playing. It's Houston and San Diego from 1989. So if you're interested, go to one of those videos on my channel. Check it out. It's a fun game. It's dice. It's mostly dice and cards, and I love playing it. I played it when I was a kid, and I'm still playing it to this day. All right, what are we looking at here? Still 7 picks until it gets to me, or 8 picks. Yeah, 7 picks until it gets to me. Still got McLaurin available. I find him interesting. I don't really see. These are dead zone running backs. I mean, Stevenson's not bad, but his team stinks. I don't want Najee Harris. Anybody way down here? Not really. I mean, I do like Jalen Warren this year. I like Tajay Spears. I think the smart thing to do, though, is take one of these running backs now, along with the wide receiver. Now that I have my quarterback and my tight end, I can definitely do that. How are we looking here? All right, we're getting close. There goes James Conner. So the guy that went no running back, his lineup is Mahomes, Conner, Breece Hall, Evans, Adams, Metcalf, and Kittle. So that's a really good team. That is a really good team. I don't know. I doubt you can hear the rain, but holy cow, I'm looking out my side door right now, and holy cow, is it raining. I'm going to try to golf in the morning. I don't know how well it's going to go. Where are we at? All right, here we go. It's 20 seconds. Najee goes. Seems like a bit of a reach. I need to look at the radar. As soon as I make my picks, I need to pull up the radar and see what it's like here. Wow. Yeah, there's a big old storm right over top of us right now. All right, Zay Flowers. Boy, it's taking longer for these guys to pick. So I am 3 away. Let's go back to players. I still have McLaurin and Ramondre up there. I don't like Zamir White. I don't want to take. I kind of want to take Christian Kirk, but I'm not going to. So now we're reaching down here. I do like. You know what? I'm going to go with Ridley. Definitely Ridley. If McLaurin goes. In fact, I might take Ridley and McLaurin. Again, let's just keep going with that one running back until the very end and see what we can do here. Standings. Oops, draft results. There we go. Zamir White. I mean, I could take Jerome Ford for crying out loud. Who cares? Plus, running backs. These teams have a bunch of running backs. So I have a feeling that one of the running backs I want will come back to me into the ninth round, or the ninth round. But we'll see. Almost to me. This one's feels like it's taking a little bit longer than last week's. All right, I am on. So those guys didn't go. So let's go back to here. Let's take McLaurin. Bye week 14. Ridley bye week 5. So let's take those two guys. And then now, after this, not my turn yet. After this, we'll just start loading up on running backs. And they're not going to be good. Don't get me wrong. They are not going to be good players. And maybe I'm even reaching a little bit to, maybe I should have taken one running back there. But let's see what comes back to us. It's a bit of it's a $20 experiment, basically. I have a 10-team league draft on the opening night of the NFL season, Thursday night, where I'm in a 10-team league. I'm probably going to end up with the 10th pick. So this is a pretty good gauge of where I'd be between making that draft. Although there's still 3 weeks to go and injuries could happen and stuff like that. So. All right, how are we looking here? I like the idea of getting a backup quarterback in case one gets hurt, and I like the idea of that quarterback being Jaden Daniels. Although did Jordan Love go? Oh, there he is. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Warren, Tajay Spears, love Brian Robinson. These are the guys I'm going to target. And I love this guy too. I'm going to put him on there even though, and I love this guy. Okay, we got some players back here. I like this. 10-team leagues are fun. I play in mostly 12-team leagues, and I have a 14-team auction later this year, or in the next couple weeks. But 10-team leagues can be fun because it seems like you can get better players. Well, I mean, you can, actually. Look at that. Defense already going. When are we going to see the first kicker? That's such a wasted pick. When are we going to see the first kicker? I might go tight end. What tight ends are out there? I don't want to go tight end quarterback. I need a running back, definitely. I love Jordan Love. I love Love. There's not much in the way of tight ends still out there. Evan Ingram's actually a pretty good player. He had like 100 catches last year, something ridiculous last year. So let's look at my queue. If I was to pick right now, I would take I would take Brian Robinson. And I would definitely look at Chase Brown. I think I'd go Chase Brown, Brian Robinson. And I think those two guys, if they get back to me, those two guys are who I'm going to take. If they get to me, obviously. We still got a long way to go. It's a half PPR, half point per reception. So, a running back who catches passes is important, but not as important as, trying to get someone like, I don't know, Breece Hall, who had a bunch of catches last year. He's more valuable in a point per reception league, but he's good either way. So I'm kind of just babbling right now. All right, come on here. We're at the number 1 pick in the 8th round. Last pick in the 8th round. And then after I'm done, I'll take a look at the grades, the Yahoo grades, and we'll laugh together at that. I think I said last week, I'll probably do weekly updates, maybe on Saturday, and we'll talk about these leagues since you're watching me draft them. We'll talk about how they're going. This guy takes forever to pick. Where do some of these starred players sit? So they're all down here, which means some of them are going to get taken. But these two guys are closer to the bottom half of my these players here. So I'd be okay with these guys. And again, so many of these teams have running backs. Oh, Jalen Warren just went. Although he wasn't on my list. Yeah, that guy. Okay, this guy. Oh, this guy just took 2 running backs. I don't know if he's gonna take another one, and I don't think he is. I don't think he is. Oh, he will. He's taking a running back. This guy here, box set, he's taking one of my players. I can already feel it. Oh, Jordan Love went. I didn't even see that. This guy takes forever to pick. Evan Ingram, that's a good pick. I'm just hoping that one or two of these, if only one of these running backs get back to me, I'm going to take probably Jaden Daniels along with that guy. So Godwin goes. This guy has 4 running backs already. He also has 4 receivers. He doesn't have a quarterback or a tight end. So is this where he takes a quarterback? Is he going to take Jaden Daniels right here? Wow, box set took his backup quarterback before his second running back. That's impressive. All right, guys. Come on. Let's make the pick. Are we going to time out? What are you doing, Lucius Fox? Is he going to time out? No, he takes TJ. All right, so that's one of the guys on my list, Tajay Spears. So he took another running back. Wow. Okay. That guy has 5. I have 1. All right. I'm getting like anxious that one of these guys isn't going to make it back. Uh-oh. Jaden Daniels just went. That guy took a second quarterback too. Jeez. Okay. I mean, I thought about it. This is a running back. This is going to be one of my running backs right here. I can already tell. I can already tell. Oh yeah. Oh no, he takes Jaden Reed. So he gets his stat. Oh no, that was Jordan Love. So he took another receiver. Holy cow. All right, there goes Deontay Johnson. All right, we might get somebody here. We got 2 running backs on the list and 2 guys before me. So hopefully I don't get snipe. Come on. I'm nervous. 30 seconds. I'm very nervous. Did I wait 1 round too long on that second running back? Last year I did a draft where I didn't take my first running back until the 8th round. I finished 3rd in that league. So it wasn't a terrible decision. Come on. 7 seconds. You're gonna make it go all the way out and make me nervous. Oh, Jake Ferguson. Nice. All right. So I get 1. Maybe I'll get them both. So let's see. What does this guy have? This guy only has 3 running backs, so I definitely am taking one of them. Let's take Brian Robinson. No, let's take Chase Brown. Let's take a chance that he becomes the guy that gets, 15 touches, maybe 2 or 3 catches for that backfield instead of Zach Moss. Hopefully Brian Robinson makes it back to me. And if he does, I'll be feeling good. What else we got for running back? You got him. I don't really like Javonte. There's Moss, Eckler. Yeah. Jonathan Brooks, he's injured. Not much left. Gus Edwards isn't bad. Stick him in there. I love Jerome Ford. Partially because I'm a Browns fan, but partially because he's going to get a bunch of carries between now and what's his name? Nick Chubb coming back. So what do we got here? Javonte. Okay, that's good. Okay, now take a wide receiver. You only have 3. Take a wide receiver. Come on, take a wide receiver. Yes. Okay, so now I can take Brian Robinson. All right, that worked out well. So we got 5 picks left. I still need a kicker and a defense. I don't necessarily need a backup quarterback or a backup tight end, especially since my guys, their bye weeks is until week 11. I got a lot of time to work that out. I may take a quarterback though. Let's see what's out there. Let's go quarterbacks. Let's see. Aaron Rodgers. Brock Purdy. Purdy might be somebody to look at just because I have that Debo stack. He's gone. I don't want Trevor Lawrence. So yeah, it would have to be Purdy. I'm not a huge Purdy fan. I do like Tua. I had Tua last year. So let's put Tua, and I actually like Goff too. Let's put all three of those, and I really like Kirk Cousins. Let's put those four out there for as my backup. I mean, I suppose I could take Aaron Rodgers. I just don't think he's going to make it through the season. I really don't. I have concerns that he's not going to make it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to go Jackson Smith and then one of these four quarterbacks. Actually, I want Jerome Ford too. Actually, I might do this. These two guys right here. If Jackson Smith makes it, then definitely him, and then Ford after that. All right. So the guy took Nick Chubb before Jerome Ford. I kind of get it. I mean, if Chubb comes back in week 5 and he's his old self, then you got yourself a steal. But I mean, that was a pretty serious knee injury that he had. My guess is he's going to come back in week 5, and it's going to take him another 4 to 5 weeks just to get back to, being able to take a lot of carries and take the beating that you take out there as a running back. This guy's only this guy went all running backs and receivers for his first 9 picks. And then he took Caleb Williams. Wow, that's scary. I'm not a huge Caleb Williams fan, not because I worry about rookies. I would have taken Jaden Daniels, but because he's a runner, I don't know if Caleb Williams is much of a runner. I just don't know. All right, this is going pretty well. I'm actually really enjoying this. What do I have left? 3 bench spots and a kicker defense. So if I can get Jackson Smith, Jerome Ford, and a backup quarterback, I think I'll be feeling good. And then I just work the free agent wire when it comes to running backs. So that's the plan. Jerome Ford just went. Damn. That's a good pick. I mean, it's a good pick in terms of he's going to be the guy for at least a couple of weeks, is my guess. And he's going to mix in throughout most of the year. They're not going to bring Chubb back and just put Ford on the bench. So I think that's a good pick. Jonathan Brooks, another good pick. Okay, see, I like this guy's team. Even though these two guys both worry me in terms of injuries. So he's got these two that worry me, and this one that's currently injured. Jerome Ford, Jalen Warren would be his 2 starters if those guys got hurt. If they don't get hurt, that's a great team. But if they, I think there's a chance they do. I was listening to the fantasy footballers this morning from yesterday, and they were talking about how their injury guy cringes every time somebody says someone is injury prone. And I will tell you right now, Christian McCaffrey is injury prone. And you know how I know that? Because he gets injured. But take a guy like, I don't know. I don't know. Take a guy like Rachaad White. I mean, he doesn't seem like an injury prone guy to me, but maybe he is. I don't know. Another defense. We haven't had a kicker yet. I'm pretty surprised. Usually somebody in this league gives up on trying to find a deal and they just take a kicker. Justin Tucker, usually the first one to go. All right, we need a running back. Well, we don't need one. I have 4, right? Yeah, I have 4. We don't need one. Are there any available? Dallas is running back. Oh, I really like him. Dallas's running backs are still there, though. Zeke or Dowdle. Maybe I take a chance on Dowdle. Yeah, and I really like Khalil Herbert, but I don't think I'm going to draft him in this league, but I really like him. All right, so what do we got here? So we're at pick. Wait, what is this? Here we go. So Jackson Smith is the 90th ranked by their 155. Wow. ADP 120. I'm going to take him at, I never know how to do this. Is that 11.8? Is that 118 or 128 or 108? I have no idea. I don't want to do math tonight. There goes Purdy. I'm still looking at Tua up there. This guy has 4 running backs. All right, I'm definitely going to take Jackson Smith and Jigba. Yeah, I'm definitely going to take him there. That gives me 6. I mean, that gives me 3 really good receivers, one that's really good but has never had a good quarterback, one that has the potential to be really good, and another one that's actually, I think he's going to pass up Tyler Lockett this year as the number 2 for Seattle. Coming back to me, what do I have? I have 4 spots left. I think I'm going to go with Dowdle. Over Zeke. I think I was early on. I was happy with Zeke over Dowdle, but I think I'm going to take Dowdle this time. We'll take a chance there. Bowers goes. All right, Cortland Sutton goes. Man, I'm going to take Dowdle. I'm not sure how I feel about it, but it does give me that 5th running back. 3 rounds to go, so I got pretty much any player I want, and then a kicker in the defense. And you know what I might do just for kicks? I might try to get the Browns defense. I never take them early, so I never really get to root for them. Where are they at? Let's get them on my list here. Boom. And then let's get Seattle on my list. They're way down here. Boom. Just in case I can get the Brownies. Draft results. How many defenses have gone? Just New York and San Francisco. This actually looks like a pretty good group because no kickers have gone yet. And only two defenses have gone. I like that. All right. 3.5 rounds to go. The A team is about to blow up this gigantic still. Like just gigantic. It's the kind of thing where if it happened in real life, it would shake the buildings throughout towns around it. And the police and the FBI and the military would come flying in to figure out what was going on. And for them, it's like, no, we just punched a couple of guys, and then we just blew up half of a town. It's kind of funny, actually. There it goes. That is a huge explosion. And poor Bo, what's his name? Bo something. I forget his name. He's a 80s kind of B actor. Bo Hostler? No, wait. Bo something goes flying because he was the main bad guy in this episode. I like it when Dennis Franz is the main bad guy. I think that happened in 2 episodes. What is his name? Bo something. I'll have to check when the end credits come up. I know you guys are curious. All right, there goes the 3rd defense, Baltimore. You can tell I'm really getting to the end of this draft now, and it's kind of boring because nobody important goes. There's Justin Tucker going. A little early, but, not going to complain too much about it. Justin Tucker will not be the number 1 kicker in fantasy football this year. Oh, Big Thunder. Big Thunder. Where's my dog? I'm surprised he's not back. Oh, he is. I'm sorry. He's laying right in front of the table that I'm sitting at. He's laying right there on the floor. Don't worry, Maxie. We're almost done, buddy. We're almost done. He just wants me to get on the couch so he can lay beside me and not have to worry about the storm and the lightning striking him and the thunder doing something to him. I don't know what. All right, there goes Zeke. There's another defense. The defenses are starting to fly. I'm going to take... So what I'm probably going to do here is I'm going to take Tua or Goff or Cousins. And then I think I'm going to take the defense. The Browns. If the Browns go, I'm not going to take the defense. I'll take something else. I don't know what. 3 picks. I can take anybody I want. Who do I like? Let's go flex. Let's see. Hurt. Good player, though, but Hurt. No. I mean, you could take a chance on someone like him. Did I take a Packers receiver? No, but I have 6. I don't need another receiver. Shakir, because you don't know who the number one in Buffalo is going to be. I might take a Packer receiver anyway. Or I could take like a J.K. Dobbins and just take a chance. Or who are my tight ends? Schultz, Fryermuth, Musgrave. You know, I didn't take a Packers receiver. Maybe I'll take a Packers tight end. Seems like a wasted pick. Let's go back to flex. I really like to take another running back here. I really like Romeo Dobbs, but he just went. Oh no, Brian Thomas just went. Let's put him on the list. Not a lot of good running backs. Not even like chances. Like Dobbins, maybe, but no thanks. I mean, none of these guys really appeal to me at all. I don't want to take another. I don't mind taking another wide receiver. I just feel like I already have 6. I can start 3. I already have 6. Do I want to take a 7th? I don't know. Move him up there. This is kind of a I don't know what to do pick. If somebody takes in between now and then, I'm really going to be stuck. Oh, kickers are flying now. Kickers should be your last pick. Again, I think that's the same advice I gave last week. Kickers should always be your last pick. Just because they're on a good offense doesn't mean they're going to be a good kicker. It's all random. and I know that I would say the same thing about wide receivers. It's all random. But kickers are more random because you could get 3 field goals in a game instead of 3 extra points. Tua goes right before me. What a jerk. All right, I'm going to take Goff. And then I'm going to take the Brownies defense. Oh, somebody took him. Oh, right there. Okay. And then I'm going to take Romeo Dobbs. Dobbs, whatever. Daubs, whatever. I'm pretty sure I'm going to take him next. Oh, I missed the credits to see who the bad guy was. It was Bo something. I think Bo Hostler. Isn't he a golfer? Bo. That's going to drive me crazy. Come on, dude. Pick. Pick. Oh, the guy that took Cleveland's defense was an auto pick, too. Oh, what a jerk. Fryermuth. So he takes he takes his 3rd tight end. That means that guy has no idea what to do. So he just takes a 3rd tight end. Bad pick. 4 running backs. You should have taken a running back. Take another tight end. Dobbins. That's okay. I like Dobbins. I'm going to take Dubs here. Wait, do I have how many picks do I? Oh, crap. I can't. I have to take I didn't notice this. I have to take a kicker or defense. So we're going to take, we're going to take Seattle just to make sure I get him. And then coming back around, I'll take my kicker. I almost screwed up there. All right, let's get rid of this. And Romeo Dobbs is a good pick for whoever takes him. All right, so we'll go players. We'll go kicker. And it doesn't matter. I usually look at bye weeks. Like Buffalo, week 12. I would take that. Younghoe Koo. I've always liked Younghoe Koo. So week 12. So these are the guys I'm looking at. I love Dustin Hopkins. He was so good last year. So we'll put him on the list. Houston's kicker, I guess, could be something. So we'll take one of those 4. Hopefully they get to me. And then stick around. As soon as I end the draft, I'll probably stop the video or I'll pause the recording, give it a couple minutes and wait for the Yahoo thing to come in. I'll also look up the last name of that actor because it's driving me crazy. It was Bo something. And that'll end the video as us making fun and pointing and laughing at the Yahoo giving me like a C+ grade or a C- because my second running back is either Chase Brown, either Chase Brown, Brian Robinson, or Rico Dowdle. Mm-hmm. You know what I don't know how to do that I kind of like to learn to do is add a table of contents to the bottom of this video, and then you can just scroll to it. I just don't know how to do it. So if it's not there, it's because I didn't take the time to learn, which is most likely, but maybe it'll be there. Who knows? I'd like to learn how to do it for my other videos. And go watch my other videos. They're fun. I opened football cards yesterday for crying out loud. Anybody have 3 quarterbacks? That'll make me laugh. No. This seems like I got to be honest with you. I mean, a couple players went a little bit earlier than I thought, but this seems like a good group. Like this guy here has one quarterback. He has Caleb Williams, and that's it. Wow, that's scary. But oh wait, these two guys only have one quarterback each. Also, these first and second team. You might see some quarterbacks go here. They've already got their kickers, and this guy they've already got their defense. This guy's got to take a kicker still, but you might see some quarterbacks go here. Political ads. I hate political ads. I hate politics. I hate politicians. I love this Pluto TV, man. I get the A-Team, and I get Perry Mason and the Andy Griffith Show and Mystery Science Theater and Riff Tracks and Cheers and other shows that I watch I can't think of, but it is full of political ads right now. It drives me crazy. All right, getting to the end of round 14. One round to go, and I will take my kicker. I should try to do this with a guest where I bring somebody else on to like just talk to me about fantasy football while we're doing this. I'd be kind of fun to do that with a buddy of mine so the 10-team league I have at the in what 19 days, the opening day of the NFL season, that Thursday, I share that team with another guy, and we're usually on the same page, but it would be kind of fun to get him on the podcast or get him on the this video maybe next Saturday and see if he'll draft with me. I doubt he'll do it. I may not even ask him, but it'd be kind of fun. But the problem is we're probably going to have the 10th pick, and unless we get the 10th pick, it's not going to do much for us. All right, almost done. That second guy, this guy here, he has been auto pick for like 5 rounds now. Joshua Palmer. See, look, Joshua Palmer. He could have taken Brian Thomas Jr. is like a good rookie risk, like an upside guy. But he took a kicker instead. I don't get that. Just don't get it. I don't get it. All right, we're going to start here. Tyler Bass. That'll be our guy. And we'll move down the list as we go. I like to take those late bye weeks because I don't have to deal with them for that many weeks unless they get injured. And kickers have been getting injured lately. It's annoying. All right. He took his Justin Herbert to back up Patrick Mahomes. This guy only went with one quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Hopefully sometime during the season, he's not Jalen. Ouch. That hurts. That was funny. All right. Here we go. Last week at this point, I was done. Oh, no, it's taking about the same amount of time, about 55 minutes. I think last week's was 50. This is about 55. Seems about right. This guy just took a second defense. His only quarterback is Caleb Williams, and he took a second defense. That's just, again, waste of a pick. Wow. Oh, he has Kelsey and Luke Musgrave. Okay. All right. If I had to pick which team I think was going to be rated the best, let's see. This one's team 1 is really good. Actually, I think I'd go with maybe this one. Caleb, though, is your only quarterback. I'm going to go with team 4 because it likes running backs. Maybe even this team here, team 7, maybe that one. All right, let's take my kicker, Tyler Bass. And we're done. We are finished. This is the team. It is going to be Kyler Murray, James Cook and Chase Brown, AJ Brown, Garrett Wilson, and Deebo Samuel. Trey McBride is your tight end. Tyler Bass and Seattle is your kicker defense. Then I have Brian Robinson and Rico Dowdle on the bench, along with Terry McLaurin, Calvin Ridley, and Jackson Smith and Jigba. And then I have Jared Goff as my backup QB. All I really need, honestly, is one of these running backs, Chase Brown, Brian Robinson, or Rico Dowdle, to be good this year, to be my constant starter. And I mean, there's no reason why this team can't compete for the championship. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this for now, and I'll wait 5 or 10 minutes for the email to come in, and then I'll restart it, and we'll go over the grades. All right, it's been a few minutes, but we're back. Now we've got our grade, and I saw the grade. It made me laugh, but I didn't read why yet. But we already know why. We already know why this grade happened. So before I get to that, let's go to IMDb and let me just show you. This is the guy I was talking about, Bo Hopkins, because I know that's what you guys were worried about more than anything. I don't know why there's a picture of a man's butt on his IMDb, but whatever. But it's Bo Hopkins. He was in at least one episode of the A-Team. And he was in a movie that the Riff Tracks guys did called, I think it's called Mutant, which I never watched. It looks terrible. So there you go. It was Bo Hopkins. Again, I figure that's what you want to know first. Now let's go to the report card. I want you to just read what it says. I'm not even going to read it. I just want you to read what it says. Okay, I'm going to read it. D- predicts a 10th place finish. Okay, this is hilarious to me. Saying that I'm going to finish 2-13. 2-13. And let's see. What does it say? AJ Brown. See, what it does is it goes off their ADPs for some reason. I mean, I think this is a great team. So we'll see. It says the draft order of 9th didn't do any favors as they struggled to make impactful picks through the 15 rounds. Well, there were some glimpses of hope with Trey McBride. The selection of Chase Brown raised a few fake eyebrows. And then I might have a rough road ahead. So I'm actually very much looking forward to playing this team out now. Very much looking forward to playing this team out. And let me just see. Hold on one second. While we're sitting here, let me just see if I can get last year's. I think I talked about this last week, but I don't think it's something that I can get. I can pull up here. So hold on. Just give me a minute. So 2023 season. Now, you're not seeing what I'm doing right now. All right. I want you to just see that, but let's see if the draft result. So there's no draft grade. I was hoping I could pull up the draft grade of last year's Yahoo team with my friends that said D-, just like this one did. And then I won the championship. So this is where we're at right now. We're at D-, 10th place. I guess it was a waste of $20. Or I'm going to win the championship. Who knows? All right, everyone. I'll talk to you all again probably tomorrow. I'll probably play my APBA football game tomorrow. Or I'll just do something wacky that has to do with the 80s. And we'll have some fun. Thanks for watching, everyone.